Hi, this is Deb from Just Do Something Homestead, and today we are going to set up our racks to start our seeds on for our garden. And those containers up there, those are all full of my seeds. A lot of them I purchased, but many of them I have saved. So today, let's set up our racks. All right, guys, I am going to set up our greenhouse, our indoor seed sprout area. That is in my house, and we are in a brand new house, so I found this wall here in a bedroom, and we found an outlet, and I'm pretty sure I'll be able to fit a lot, if not all, of my seedlings on this wall. So today I am going to show you the process of setting up my seed starter racks. This is one of the trays, and I actually have the light bulbs attached to them, my growing lights, from the last few years. So the shelves go like this, and they are zip tied onto it. I know a lot of people lower their lights, but I found for me it's easier to raise the trays than lower the lights. So I already have this one of many shelves prepared. I just have to set it up. The grow rack itself I actually purchased on Amazon. I'll put the link below. But what I do is I don't set it up as a tall shelf. Instead, I spread them out. I think it works a little bit better for the space that I have, and I will show you exactly how I do that. On my bed, I have placed all the parts that come in the kit. Now, some of these might be from multiple kits because I use more than one. But you have the long metal bars. You have the short ones, and the short ones are the ones that I use in between each shelf. You have the frame that holds them into place, and you'll see there are holes in the bottom and there are holes in the side. Now the long ones also go in the center. So I'm going to set this up, and then those last two pieces there just to go at the top of the frame. I'm going to start assembling this together. I usually put a tall one across the bottom, so those are the tall ones over there. That way when I end up with some plants like tomatoes that are 1.5 feet tall, I can move them down to the floor on a tray, and that gives them some more space to grow. I have the first part assembled, and what you'll see is I took two long ones. I inserted them in the ends. Now typically for your shelves would be facing this way. You can see on the end points. But since this is my first layer, I'm going to put it upside down, and I'm going to put it so it's flat on the floor. Just like that. Now, as I said, I want a larger space across the bottom one. So at this point, I'm going to take these long ones and I'm going to put those in each of the corners. So I'm going to do that now. The four long posts are all sticking up, and it is time to add the plastic. Now, I have put these things together and taken them apart so many times. But for the next rows up, you actually want it flat on the top, and you want these holes that are inside to face the inside. So you're just going to put them on a layer at a time, and your shelf is going to go on top of that. Here is my first base, and you'll see I put 3 long posts or metal structures across. I don't know if they're posts or beams, but 3 of them go across to hold on the frame, and then I put my rack on it with the 2 lights underneath it. These lights, I used to get them at Walmart. I know they've been discontinued, but they were so much cheaper. I did not have any luck with those big fluorescent lights. Although these frames can be pretty sturdy, I have broken quite a few, so you have to be careful. I put it on the floor and push down straight to put in all the metal rods. But if you're not pushing straight, you could easily bend it, and then it's going to break the base. So you have to be careful on each one of those. Now the next part is fairly easy. You're just going to continue taking the smaller posts, 4 of them, and building the frame that goes up. My first one is assembled, and I remembered after I put it together that the bottom bars that go across I do not need, because I just put trays on the floor and I put my plants in pots on those trays. But by taking those 2, I could put the top layer. Now the top layer is not going to have any plants on it, so if you look carefully, there's only 2 bars, one in the front and one in the back. And I believe that uses all 12 of the long bars that they gave me for this kit. So this one is ready. A few details. I put the outlets
to my grow lights on this side because that is where you will find my outlet plug. They're also going to be on timers so that they get enough light during the day, as well as heat pads. So first one done. I have another one that I bought a couple years ago. This one is green, so it's a little easier to identify which one is which. But I'm thinking I might need a third one this year to start my seeds. So be back in a minute.
I decided that I was going to have to order a couple more racks, and so those just arrived today, and I'm going to show you some of the things that come in it. As I was telling you, I set them up a little bit differently than what they suggest. The first thing is this huge cover, and I'm not going to use it at all, but they have this cover that goes over the entire rack and keeps the moisture in. I have found for me, I just put the covers on my trays, or I put plexiglass on top, and that way I can add moisture just to the seeds that need it. Once they sprout, it is so very easy to get them to get mildewy and moldy because of all the moisture. So I do not use that rack. So the other things, it's the same parts that we had. So I'm excited. We're going to set up another rack, and at this point that's going to give me 3 racks. Some of the tools that I need when I use my racks, or some of the tools that come with it, are the timers, and I use these timers for everything so that I can keep my seedlings under lights even during the night. Now I don't run them 24 hours. I kind of change it up and down to what they need, but I do try to keep it at about 12 hours, 13 hours of light. Whenever you can find them on sale. This one was really cheap. That one was $2.50 at a discount center, but I try to collect a lot of these timers that are automatic. They're going to come on, and then I plug them into a strip. That way you have your power strip. You don't have to do anything. You plug it in, it'll come on when the lights need to come on, and it'll shut off. Some of the other things, these racks do come with the wheels. I do not use the wheels. They also come with stakes that if I was going to put them outside, I don't put them outside, I only use them in the house. And the lights themselves come with connectors. And so I'm going to turn around. We'll say hi to Betsy here. Betsy is my faithful beagle, and she always looks sad. She learned that she gets more treats if she's sad. Betsy, want a treat? Oh, she said, I know that word. So anyway, on these lights, as you know, they are underneath the racks, and these racks, you can connect the lights together so that you don't have to have so many power cords. You can connect it from the back one to the front one, and then just plug in one of those, and the electric will go between them. Some of the trays you can see I have here, I have a wide assortment. As most of you know, I'm a teacher, so these trays I used actually during COVID. Every student had to have their own tray, and I purchased them at Target. I think they were $2 or $3 a piece. Other trays, I've just over the years collected them. I know I have several from IKEA. IKEA trays here are very, very inexpensive. And so each year I would just add a few more until I had a whole collection. Another thing that I have, this is actually my gardening journal. And in your journal, you're going to want to write down when you start things and take very good notes that perhaps you started something on February 14th and it was way too big by March 14th to put outside. Such things as pumpkins. You do not want to start this early because they grow so rapid. So then mark it in here so that you can change it, move it back a few weeks. What I am getting anxious for, what we're going through right now is called false summer. And it was 65 degrees when I got home from work, and tomorrow's supposed to be 75. Don't let this weather fool you, folks. It will definitely get very cold yet. We are in West Virginia. We haven't had much cold weather this year. So don't go and plant everything. I am going to start this weekend with some peppers. That's usually what I start with. They need to be on heating racks. They need to have the light once they're up. So start slowly. And I hope this video has been helpful to you. Please like, share, subscribe. I only need 900 more subscribers. So you can see that's one of the containers I put down on the bottom when I have large plants such as tomatoes, because I do like to put out some tall tomatoes so that I can plant them deeply. So have a wonderful day, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.